So that's the engagement piece. So now let's think about applying knowledge. And when I say this, maybe it's a situation where you are teaching a new concept and you want people to actually apply that information and put it into practice. Okay, I've learned this, so now what do I do with this information? For example, when I run 4 tendencies workshops, I teach about the 4 different tendencies and how you might communicate differently with a person of a different tendency than your own. So then I want people to go into a breakout room in small groups and to actually discuss, now that we know this, now that we know our tendency, how do we communicate differently with people so that we get a little bit more out of them, or that we can have a more effective relationship with that person? So it allows them to take that information right away and then apply it. And that's really powerful. The other thing is, maybe you're using this for a meeting and you want people to discuss, okay, now that we've discussed this, or you have this update, what are we going to do about it? Or you can even break people into groups and each group can discuss a different component. There are a lot of different ways that you can use this, but what it does is gets people on there, just on this topic right away, and they can kind of get their hands dirty and start working on that subject right in the moment, so that as soon as you learn it, you can actually take action and figure out what's next. Now, finally, social connection. I remember about 12 years ago, I took a course on e-learning in the 21st century. This is before it was as common as before, or as it is now. And one of the things that really, really stood out, and I have never forgotten, is that when it comes to an educational environment, there are sort of 3 things that have to be there. One is the content, what you're actually learning. Another is the instruction, or the instructor, the person who's delivering that information. But the third component is a social connection, or that social environment. Now, when you are in a room together, that's your social environment. So you are already setting it just by sitting amongst other people. When you translate into an online environment or a virtual teaching environment, that's where it changes.